Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to A-Dub TV. Another episode here. We are at our Wizard Tower. As you can see, I have been working a little bit on detailing the outside of this Wizard Tower. But that's not what we're going to work on today. We're not going to work so much on the details. I think the real important thing that we need to get to today is enchanting. I've thought of a new, what do you call it? A new way of doing my monster spawner, a better way, and I'm working on upgrading it. But what I need is a crap load. Yes, that's right. I need a lot of redstone, and I also need a lot of string. And so what we're going to need to work on today is enchanting. That's right. We need to work on enchanting. So here we go. Enchanting table. Perfect. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. And then the next thing, we got to have ourselves some bookshelves. Got to have a few bookshelves. 21 should be fine, I think. All right, I'm thinking we're going to put our enchanting table right up here, right in the middle of the floor. And I brought some lapis blocks. I think it'll be kind of cool. We need that. I think it'll be kind of cool to surround this thing with lapis lazuli. Remember in the previous episode, I think last episode, one of the other episodes maybe, I talked about how maybe we wanted a magical thing coming up. That actually does look pretty cool. That looks like there's magic surrounding it, some sort of magic. And I kind of think of lapis as like a magic block. So let's surround this guy with bookshelves. And just take a look at what sort of enchanting we're getting. Level 12. Okay, we need it a little bit higher. I've never tried this configuration of bookshelves before. I'm kind of hoping it looks good. Let's see what we get. Level 30, cool. So what we are looking for is we need infinite on a bow, which that's not there. We also need, oh goodness, not on breaking. We need on a diamond pickaxe. We going to want, goodness, those are all in breaking. So on a pickaxe, we're going to need, oh goodness, what is it called? Fortune. We need a fortune pickaxe, and we need a diamond sword of looting. So here's a little trick. Sharpness, might, unbreaking, efficiency, unbreaking, power, unbreaking. Okay, here's a little trick for you. Something that really helps with enchanting. So, yeah, it's very difficult to find, right off the bat exactly what you want. It does help that we have 3 things that we're trying to enchant. If you don't like the first little piece, just stick a book in there and grab this. Boom. You only lose 1 level, and it completely resets the whole thing. And so all you got to do, and hold on a sec, I'm going to make something up here to hold these books just because I'm going to have probably a lot of books that I don't need. But it resets this, so now these are different. Sharpness, don't care. Unbreaking, no. Unbreaking, no. Okay. Once again, we do a book. And usually I get what I want pretty quickly. Knockback, no. Silk touch. Silk touch. Should we do silk touch? Let's see what we have out of our bow. Power, punch, unbreaking. I think I'm going to do a silk touch pickaxe. It's not what I'm looking for. But, oh man, efficiency and silk touch. we'll have to upgrade that with the unbreaking at some point in the future. So that also means, guess what? My level's down to 30. So the next one that I do better be good. Smite, unbreaking, no. Power. Okay, so not exactly what we want. I'm also going to need some diamonds in order to do this pickaxe. So give me a sec. Okay, and I am back. I've gone out, killed some cows, mined some quartz in the nether, and I have 6 more tries. So we're back with a diamond sword. I actually crafted a new one. I have a diamond pickaxe. Okay, so this guy right here, barely used. I used it in the nether a bit, and again, a bow. So let's see what sort of stuff we've got. Diamond pickaxe, we have efficiency, smite, and power. Okay, so still nothing. We have looting 3. Perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for. Fire aspect, smite, and looting 3. Amazing. Amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's good. That is a good sword right there. Wow. I can't wait to go out and kill some spiders with that. All right, let's see. We got infinity. Nothing on there. Fortune! Oh my gosh. Yes. And it's unbreaking. Oh, yeah, that is a good trick. Okay, and probably no infinity on this guy. Nothing. Another fortune 2. Ooh, we might be able to combine those, give ourselves a fortune 3. That would be good. Ugh. Okay, so I'll have to go make some. I'll have to make some more. But anyways, that is how you can basically, for very, very little cost, that is how in Enchanting, you can basically pick the enchantments you want. So basically out of 7 levels, I was able to get a Silk Touch efficiency pick, an Unbreaking fortune pick, and a Smite and Fire aspect looting sword. So yeah, I'm gonna that is so lucky. That is so awesome. I don't know that that's lucky. That is just, the skill of it. I am going to need to build an anvil for this thing. Man, anvils are expensive. Okay, here we go. Boom. All right, so I think I am set. I have my mind set on buying that looting book, or fortune book, and just popping that on this pick right off the bat, because it's a unbreaking pick. I think I'm just gonna double enchant it there. I think that's gonna be really good. So that means I need 2 more levels. No big deal. I will go out. I'll get those 2 levels and come back and do all of that stuff, and then after I'm done with all that, and I have gotten all that redstone that I need, and perhaps killed a few spiders, I'll come back and I'll show you what I'm looking at as far as upgrading. Ooh. Don't see those very often. Sorry, ADD much. So I will work on those, and then I'll come back and show you what I'm looking at as far as this new mob farm. Mob farm that I think is going to give us a higher efficiency, and I'm also the spiders aren't going to get stuck in it. So I will see you in a moment when I get done with all that. It's going to take a while, so it won't be a moment for me, but a moment for you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back inside the mob spawner. So just to show you sort of where we are, we're inside this room, and I've rigged this thing up. Eventually, you can see right over here, I want to get it up to there, maybe 1 level higher. And I can show you exactly what is going on here. So we have this stepped thing, okay? Right down there, you have the water flowing into that hole just like usual, and then you have this stepped system of pistons that push out. So I don't want to get pushed in, so I'm going to be very careful here. But as you can see, I have a tripwire here that is rigged up to redstone, okay, that activates these. And the tripwire goes all the way across and will activate all of these. So mobs, they will not spawn on your average, any average surface, okay? They only will spawn on, goodness, what is this stuff called? String, a tripwire. So they'll only spawn on a tripwire. So the thing that I am doing now is rigging this stuff up with tripwires. And I'm going to need a few blocks here in order to block that area off real quick. But essentially, they'll spawn right on top of that tripwire. And then that tripwire will set off those pistons. And that pushes them down into the canal, this little channel, which then funnels them into that drop killer. So I'm just going to close this right here off. The other thing that's pretty great about this is it also prevents spiders from clogging it up. So the previous channel, the spiders would spawn and then they'd like climb out and then climb back in, and it was a big hassle happening there. Okay, so I want to show you guys how this system works. So right here you have two strings, and on either side you have, or not two strings, just a string going across the top. On either side you have a tripwire hook, okay? So those tripwire hooks come around the back. Excuse me, let me come through here. So those tripwire hooks come around the back here. So you have this area here. Now, nothing will spawn on this tripwire hook. Mobs don't spawn on redstone. So what you get is a tripwire hook that comes right here. It activates this, comes around back, and then goes behind, okay? You can see how the redstone works right there. This circuit powers this block, and this block powers this piston, okay? So that goes all the way across, and then on what I do in order to get it, because it's pretty long, it won't reach all the way across. Okay, let's go right here. Put that there. And just like on that side, okay, bring that around to there. So that means it's getting powered on both sides. Now, obviously, you can't see it because this is a mini version, a miniature version of what's actually going on. But you kind of get an idea of what is going on level per level, okay? And excuse me, this should look kind of more like that, okay? So that is on the level, essentially what's going on. And actually I have it like that, excuse me. I'm just mirroring this on both sides so you can see. So down below here, it doesn't really matter, okay? You don't worry about that. This is stackable, so I'll show you what happens when you want to stack it. Right here you have your two pieces of string. You have your hooks. The hooks power this redstone, which comes up here, powers these blocks that are just behind the pistons, and the pistons push out when this tripwire is activated. So say I'm a mob who spawns on this, it's going to push me out, okay? I have this here so I don't fall down, but that's going to push me out, and you'll have the hole there. So it pushes them out. Either they fall down this big long hole or they fall into the channel, which is going to pull them down. Theoretically, this could catch Enderman. Now, it has to be, very, very special circumstances. They'd have to spawn right here or teleport to right here in order for it to work. So in theory, it could catch Enderman, but I just don't see it happening very often. What you could do if you really wanted to catch Enderman is dig out this entire long channel instead of channeling water. Just dig it out, and then you'd be able to catch Enderman. The cool thing about this is spiders need a block of 4 in order to spawn. So because this is open air, again, I put this here so I wouldn't fall down, because this is open air and this is just 2, spiders will not spawn on this, okay? If you have any other system, if it's not just 2 across, or 1 across like this, the spiders are going to clog it up. Okay, in order to stack onto the next system, you just put blocks right there, and then you repeat this same exact system. Okay, so like before, string's going to go there. Now, the one thing that's different about this, and I'm going to have to go over here and grab a half slab. Okay, the one thing that's different about this is you're going to need to put these little half slabs in order to stack. Okay, you need a half slab right somewhere. Right there. That's it. Excuse me. So you need a half slab right there in order to stack. So this right here, okay, tripwire hook's going to go there. Half slab here, and that's just so you don't break that. I'm not sure if that will still break, but it may not. Okay, tripwire there. Boom, boom. Okay, and then of course this goes up just like it did before. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, and so now that those tripwires are there, so again, tripwire hook is going to go there. And this is theorizing that you would have 1 more on each side, just for demonstration purposes, because you can make it go further out if you want it to go that way. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so now, and this string would go there. Now, if we go make some tripwires and put it on the outside, you can actually see how this system would work if someone spawned right up at the top. Okay, so say I'm a monster, I'm going to spawn right there. So I'm going to simulate spawning there by jumping on it, okay? Okay, and it'll carry me all the way down. So it's tiered, so it'll carry me all the way down until I fall down the hole. Now, I don't want to fall down the hole, so I'm not going to demonstrate that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is working. So I got to be at least 40 blocks away, and this doesn't quite put me there. So I can't show you it working exactly. I definitely can show you the guys falling down, but I kind of have to run away and then run back when the guys are falling. But it's definitely working. It's enough to get Enderman. I've got some Enderman down here. And yeah, you can see got plenty of bone, plenty of gunpowder. This is all stuff that I dropped when I was coming down, but it is working. So let me run up and I'll show you exactly how this thing looks. Okay, so if we hop in here, we can see exactly how this thing looks. It's a big funnel. It's very, very similar to the design that I've seen people use in the end in order to get those Endermen down in there to collect Ender pearls. So obviously the one with the Enderman, in order to collect Ender pearls, it has this big long loop as opposed to channels. But for the most part, this is very similar, and it actually works really well. Like I said, I gotta be at least 40 away before mobs start actually spawning in here. So we're most definitely not going to see anyone spawning in here right now. I might be able to run away real quick and come back if I can. I'll splice that in there. But otherwise, I think this is a pretty good design. Obviously, it takes a lot more resources than the channel design, but it's a lot more automated. So this is just going to be able to run, whereas that channel design wasn't quite working so well in 1.10. The other thing is this is pretty easy to scale up if I needed more. I think I'm just going to leave it the way that it is right now. It was a fun experiment. It was a fun try, and it'll give me a trickle of a few resources here and there. But that's pretty much what we have got. So I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope this was helpful to you in one way or another. If you really liked it, please hit the like button. If you enjoyed it a lot, hit the subscribe button. And if you didn't like it, well, I apologize. Maybe there are some tutorials out there for you that is a little more helpful than this one. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you all in the next episode of A-Dub TV.